It has been a very long time since I have been in front of this camera. Please bear with me. So today I'm starting a series I've really been wanting to do for a while now. It's gonna be a series just kind of focusing on the basics of scrapbooking, really just like foundational type stuff. So if you guys have any topics that you want me to cover, just let me know. So a little background on just my scrapbooking journey, I guess. I've been scrapbooking for about 10 years now. I started my freshman year of college because I wanted to make my then boyfriend a scrapbook album for our 2-year anniversary. And then I'm the type of person who, once I start doing something or become interested in a hobby, it just kind of snowballs from there. I'm like not one of those people who can like things casually. But that's okay because it's 10 years later and I am still scrapbooking. So as you can see from the title of this video is going to be about the basic scrapbooking supplies you need if you want to start getting into the hobby. I started scrapbooking in college, so I really had to make do with what little money I made from my minimum wage job in the summertime during the school year if I wanted to make this a hobby I did on a regular basis. Should I have spent all of my money on scrapbooking supplies when I was a freshman in college? Probably not, but you know, whatever. So because I was just kind of spending what little I had on scrapbooking supplies, I really learned what I actually needed and what I could have waited for later on down the line. And when you're starting a new hobby, you don't want to spend all your money on something you don't even know if you're gonna like. What I'm gonna show you in this video today is basically the bare minimum of what you need to start scrapbooking. And so before the supplies, before the embellishments, before the stamps, you're gonna wanna have photos or whatever you want to scrapbook. In the beginning, I printed out all of my photos on the computer at home. I actually used to just throw them on a Word document and print them on printer paper. Then I started printing them out on a photo printer. Now I print my pictures from Persnickety Prints. I upload my photos onto their website. They will print them out and send them to me. The quality is A+, shipping is fantastic. Would recommend 100%. So whatever you need to do to get your pictures or whatever you want to scrapbook, that's your first step. The second thing you're gonna need is some kind of album. There are so many different options out there. And if you go through like the scrapbook tag on TikTok, it's not really like memory keeping scrapbooking, but it's still scrapbooking. But it's like, they just have it in notebooks, really cute like craft paper notebooks, spiral notebooks. It can literally be whatever you want, which is the beauty of this hobby. So for me personally, I have always done pocket pages, which are these like little plastic page protectors, and they have different pockets, either size 3x4 or 4x6. It was this new scrapbook, I guess, format called Project Life, which started getting really popular around the time I started looking into scrapbooking. So that's still a thing that people do, I think. I don't know. I've been out of the game for a little bit, but I still do my Project Life pocket scrapbooking pages. This would be my 7th year doing Project Life pocket pages. So I love this format, but you know, find what works for you. There's also different sizes. I started off in a smaller 6x8 inch album. I went to a 12x12 inch album. Now I'm back down to a 9x12 inch album. Figure out what you want to do and then go from there. I get all of my scrapbook albums from Studio Calico, and I use their page protectors as well. Like I said before, there's so many album options out there, so definitely look into Michael's, Joann's. You can use a coupon, save money where you can. I personally like the look of uniformity on my bookshelf, which is why I've been buying the same album since 2017, but you know, you do you. The next thing you're gonna need, another basic, not as fun supply, adhesive. So that's basically like your glue, your tape, anything you wanna use to stick one piece of paper to the other. I pretty much always use this adhesive. This is the Tombow Mono Permanent Adhesive. It's one of like the roller tape adhesives. You just kind of pop this open and roll it along whatever you're taping. No mess, easy to use, easy to get. I bought this off Amazon, and you can buy the refills off Amazon as well. They also have this at all the regular big box craft stores, so your Joann's, your Michael's, AC Moore. The fourth thing you're gonna wanna have is some kind of scissor or paper trimmer. I would always have a set of good scissors on hand. One thing I definitely recommend having is some sort of paper trimmer or like a guillotine trimmer. I'm terrible at cutting in a straight line, writing in a straight line. I'm just terrible at it. So I definitely knew I needed a paper trimmer. I cannot recommend this paper trimmer any more than I am right now because I love it so much. I've had this for about 5 years now. It has never failed me. The blade is still sharp. I love that it's such a compact size and you can just kind of hide it away if you don't need it. It's not like one of those big guillotine paper trimmers that are just sitting on your desk forever because it's so big and there's nowhere else for it to go. I got this off Amazon. I double checked to see if it was still there because I bought this so long ago, and they do still have it. It's about, I think, $16.99. The only caveat with this thing is that this top ruler doesn't go all the way to 4 inches, which is what I needed. But easy fix, I got a ruler marked off where that 4-inch line would have been and just used a permanent marker, and I love it. And then finally, and probably the most fun thing that you're gonna shop for when you start scrapbooking, cards or patterned paper. I say that you only need cards and patterned paper because you can make embellishments out of literally anything. I would start off with some 6x6 paper pads, mostly because you get so much variety and you know everything's already gonna match because it comes in a set. If you go into a craft store, they just have aisles of paper and then they just have different 12 by 12 sheets of paper lining the entire aisle. So what I did, I was just picking and choosing. I was in there probably for like an hour trying to figure out what papers match the other papers, or if I wanted to go with this theme or this. It was a mess. That's why I will save you that hour of wandering around in the craft store and just grab some 6x6 paper pads. Everything will match. And I say you only need cards and pattern paper to start because you can always cut things out if you want to use them as embellishments. There's tons of papers that have like cute little sentiments or cute little things you can die cut out of there and use that for now until you buy more things. And if you want to stop there, you should be good to start scrapbooking, honestly. If you want to go a little bit deeper, here are my recommendations. We could do a completely different video on stamping alone, but for all intents and purposes of just being basic right now, I would say maybe like an alphabet stamp and a date stamp and a black ink. Alphabet stamp for titles, get like a nice basic one, and then a date stamp because if you're going to be doing pocket pages, you want to kind of remember what you're trying to remember, I guess. I also think they look really cute. You can find both of these on Amazon, tons of options on there. And then as far as inks go, I don't think you need to go crazy with colors if you're first starting. I think a black ink, maybe a gray ink if you want, and you should be good to go. Last thing that is nice to have but you don't necessarily need, if you wanted to get like a one-off kit from a scrapbooking company, just to start, I definitely recommend that too. What's great about the scrapbooking kits is you know everything's gonna match, so you don't have to worry about whether your embellishments match your papers and all that stuff. Like, they do the work for you and it's great. It can be a little costly depending on how much you're willing to spend. I think 1 month at Studio Calico is between $25 and $30, I think, or something like that. There's also a bunch of other companies that I'll link down below if you guys are interested in checking them out. And that pretty much sums it up for your basic scrapbooking supplies if you're looking to get into the hobby. As I said before, I'll link all the supplies down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Please subscribe if you want more scrapbooking tips and tutorials. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I post some mini process videos on there from time to time as well. Thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time.